it's Teatime here with another speed build. How are you guys going today? I hope you're going well. It's raining here, which is nice because I don't like the heat, so rain is my friend. Anyway, we're doing a bit of a speed build of, well, I'm not sure what it is, honestly. I've called it sort of a Herbal witch's castle or retreat type thing. It was literally me deciding to build a thing and not knowing what that thing was, and this is sort of what came out of it. I did have a little bit of an idea of like a crooked witch's castle or something in my head, but yeah, you'll see what it turned into. Anyway, this is just the exterior because it was a very fiddly build and took me quite a while to do. A bit of a messy build. I'm getting better at building, guys, so just bear with me. And when I say better at building, I mean like stiller with my camera angles and a bit more careful. It's hard being intentional, I've noticed, because when you're building just for yourself, I mean, you can do whatever you want with a camera, can't you? But when you're trying to film it, you've kind of got to be a bit more careful and a bit more, I guess intentional is the best word, about what you're doing, so that when you come to editing, it's not a horrible mess. This one's a bit of a mess. That's why it's split in two. I couldn't cut it down. There were bits I didn't want to cut out. Other bits I was quite happy to cut out. So yeah, just exterior for this one for now. Here's me trying to get the roof together. Yeah, I like how it turned out, I think. Just do a little pop out here. And oh gosh, I love that though that they introduced all those roof types with cats and dogs when they did. Just the best. There's so many things with roofs we were waiting for until I guess last year, and getting them was just fantastic, including glass roofs. I know I go on about glass roofs, but they're the best. And again, I haven't used them in this. I'm gonna have to do a glass build sometime. I have a couple of really good ideas coming up, and if you haven't seen it, my starter home series is sort of starting up, which is where I do starter homes with a limited amount of packs, and preferably in order, single pack. So I'm going to try and do everything. I've sort of tried to do luxury party stuff. That's not released. I might be redoing it. It's so hard. That pack is terrible, and there's next to nothing to do with it. Anyway, yeah, when I release that one, I'll ramble about it and give you a bit of a pack review. But yeah, I'm loving doing that. The challenge is great. But here we go, putting some columns on this. I'm trying to get sort of some turret sort of feels on those towers, and giving it a little bit of a castle-y vibe, I guess, which is why I've used a lot of stone, very natural panels. You'll see there's just a lot of natural textures in this, and a lot of the interior is the same as the exterior when it comes to all the wallpapers. Yeah. But I think I like what I've done. Here I am finally, I think, picking maybe my final colours. Oh, I cut out so much for this. Are you guys like that as well? Are you just indecisive? I'm indecisive. I'm a perfectionist. I have to fiddle and redo and come back, and oh my goodness, it's annoying. I'm sure you guys find it annoying, but anyway, okay, we're starting to work on the windows and whatnot here. I like the round ones. I think it gives it sort of a rustic feel. I don't know, is that the right word? Yeah, I'd call it rustic. But I had an idea along this side to do like an almost outdoorsy walkway, but in the end sort of felt like I didn't have the right amount of space for it, and it just wasn't working. It wasn't the right home for it. I wanted it more closed in the end. It's quite dark. A lot of the lighting is candles. Yeah, so that is sort of the feel we end up going with. But I like what I do for the windows here, a couple of little ones. I don't often do that because most of my builds end up being quite a bit more modern. So I guess the windows I'd use on those sort of little alcoves or whatever you want to call them would be square, full, making it big, full of light, and then I'd put a glass roof on top. I feel like I have to make one of my really normal builds for you guys. Just so you can see what I'm talking about. Just build a house for whoever. But yeah, you see I'm sort of keeping a lot of the windows to minimum. I say putting a whole heap on that wall. but I didn't take it all the way around. I could have, but that would be overdoing it. Don't overdo your windows, guys. It's one of those common mistakes. Don't overdo your windows. Yeah, make it useful for the interior and attractive for the exterior. Yeah, I liked this idea of trying to put open on the turrets, but I didn't like that weird golden, almost, yeah, golden glow I was getting. I mean, okay, sure, I had highlighted the object, but that's not quite what I mean. It just, yeah, I don't know. Tell me what you think. If you thought that looked good, I could try to do another build that looks a bit similar. I want to do something that's very fantasy-like, where everything is just open and really airy, and yeah, I'm thinking about that for my Let's Play. So one of the sisters in my Get Famous Opposite Twins Let's Play, she's very serious, but she also likes things quite natural, and I mean, we don't have any money in it yet, but eventually having a very modern yet very open build could be nice. I don't know. Input, guys. Input. Input, and I will try and build it. This, the backyard. Okay, I've looked at this so many times because I've been trying to edit it and edit it and edit it, trying to get it to some kind of state that I like. This looks like an organ. Someone tell me what organ that is. It looks like an organ. I'm sorry, like a kidney or a liver or I don't know. Yeah. It's some part of your body. I'm sure. I didn't mean to, and I built it and instantly was like, should I get rid of that? What if it's something inappropriate? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. Oh, maybe tell me. Maybe let me know so I can not do it again if it is. But I like the shape. It's very natural and flowing, and here we go. I haven't actually done this a lot. I love some of the vines that are in the game. I wish they would give us more. Somebody tweeted, could have been Vixella or Simlacy, I'm not sure, tweeted about some of the vines, I think in Del Sol Valley on the walls, and that we don't have them, and they look like creeper vines. They look like they're actually growing up, and oh man, I agree. They would be amazing, because it's so hard getting that feeling of growing upward with the vines. It takes quite a bit of work and ends up looking quite boxy. I mean, I think I sort of get it okay. Other people do it better than me. Yeah, some people are more practiced. This is one of the first times I'm doing it. I mean, it suits it very well. There's that sort of overgrown nature sort of feel. I think I get quite a few of the plants from Jungle Adventure as well and hang them around. Yeah, I like it. I think it, like I said, an overgrown sort of feel. I think I change a bunch of these planter boxes actually. What am I doing? I'm trying to put facade pieces on. If you want to do something really rustic and run down looking, Jungle Adventure is a great pack to get. Highly recommend it. I mean, the gameplay is not always repeatable in it, just because, I mean, you can get sick of it. But Selva Dorado is nice. It's small, and I wish we had a tropical vacation place or a tropical world. And ocean swimming. Yeah, I wish. But we don't, and that's fine. And Selva Dorado is really nice. I love that tropical sort of feel with the jungles and whatnot. But the plants that come with it and some of the really rustic wall pieces and whatnot, fantastic if you want to do something rundown. Here I am putting a pond out the front. I thought it would be appropriate for this build. A lot of the landscaping that I do here is just sort of that overgrown, messy feel. I use the same sort of plants over and over. This grass, some basic bushes. Like, I know I've said the sim I see picturing here. I picture a sim being here that is a gardener, but not a neat gardener, not like a perfect prim rose garden type gardener. I see someone doing herbalism and gardening with maybe their basic veggies or a couple of flowers they like that maybe go into some of their herbal brews or remedies or whatever. But for the rest of the garden, like, you could dump this in the middle of like Granite Falls or whatever, the island on Windenburg, and hope that it sort of looks like almost like a hermit's place. That's probably a good way to say it. Yeah, like a hermit, but one that has a nice established old house. I see this being a house that's maybe been passed through generations. This person doesn't really get out very often. They stay at home, keep to themselves. I reckon they'd have the loner trait, loves outdoors trait, things like that. Yeah, I'd love to play in something like this. I love now and then, because it's very easy for your Sims to go to something like the television for entertainment. It's a bit of a challenge in and of itself, trying to find a way to have the Sims entertain themselves without technology. And I've started limiting technology in some of my gameplay. So if I don't think they're really huge TV people, I give them like a tiny cheap TV, not the cathode ray. Cathode ray, is that right? Goodness, wow, those things are out now. And not the boxy TVs, but the little flat screen. It's one of the cheapest ones, and it doesn't give a lot of fun, so they don't actually go to it very often unless they specifically want to watch television. And so if you want your Sims to sort of naturally act like they're not huge TV people, but you want a TV, that TV's great. It looks small, but not necessarily old school. Yeah, but I'd love to try and play in a house like this where I really don't have all that much to entertain me. And yeah, we'll see how the Sims go, because quite often, I mean, computer's a big one. They need computer to entertain themselves. Okay, here I'm doing a few little planter boxes. Thinking about it now, I probably should have gone into the gallery. You can actually pick up a whole rooms that people have made to place and pull out all the items you want. So people have paintings you can't usually get. People have like all the collections of herbs, plants, things that you have to work for in game that you can just pick up and plop somewhere. And it's really handy if you want to sort of start a house looking a certain way, or just build a house looking a certain way. But for now, I'm happy with the sort of overgrown garden beds that I have there. I picture some of those things might be useful, like I said, for some of the remedies and things she makes. I say she, it could be a he. It'd be great if you guys actually wanted to make a sim that you think might go in this house, and tag me on the gallery at so hashtag Teatime Simmer, all one word, and I can see it. That would be really lovely. I'd love to yeah, kind of get your input on what I've done and see who you think might actually live here. Anyway, we are coming to the end of the video now. Just going to finish off the terrain. I love that mailbox from Seasons. I'm going to put some chairs and a barbecue in the backyard. Anyway, if you guys actually liked what you saw, yeah, please like and subscribe so I can keep putting out some things. And I'll put out the interior for the build soon. I will see you all later. Bye!